Hello everybody, welcome to the AG News Show. I'm your host, Roberto Alvarez-Galloso, serving you the best. Serving you the best in what we have in true alternative entertainment. We have here as one of our invited guests, one of the greatest people who has graced the world of modeling and acting, Crystal Rodriguez. And she is one of our pride right here. I'm gonna get ready to get started. Just a minute. Let me try it here. Okay, we are right here. We're hoping to have her here as soon as possible. She is the queen of fashion in Miami. And one of the greatest institutions. We're right here, and now we're going to get her in. We're gonna unite with her here. Just 1 minute. 1, 2, and 3. We're getting ready for her. 1, 2, and 3. Hopefully this. Crystal, for me, number one, welcome to the AG News Show.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
For me, it is a big pleasure and a big honor. And we've known each other ever since I go to Dayland a lot, and I've seen you around Dayland. And for me, it's also a pleasure and honor to have known you. The reason why I invited you is because you are making waves, not only in Miami, but you've also been making waves in New York and all around the world. Everybody's asking for Crystal Rodriguez. So I promised that we're going to get Crystal Rodriguez to the whole world. I had the honor of looking at all of your YouTube. I was looking at all of your videos on YouTube, and also looking at your Instagram. Loved every photo of it, from top to bottom. Which starts with Photogenic magazine. You did a cover, I think, if I'm not mistaken, of Photogenic magazine. How is that?
Yes,
Could you explain to me about the Photogenic magazine and how you got to be with them?
Well, one of the modeling platforms that I use is Model Mayhem, and I guess that was how we met. And the owner of the magazine asked me if I wanted to shoot, and I didn't really know it was for the cover until we already started shooting. So that was a nice surprise. And there's an interview inside, and I think it's a 6-page spread, 4-page, 6-page. Yeah. So that was a good experience. It was fun. I like doing a lot of print and things like that.
Yeah. Besides the Photogenic magazine, talk about how you went into modeling and acting.
Okay. I've always kind of dabbled in modeling ever since I was a little girl, off and on, and it's always been kind of like a dream. And then I did like the business thing, college thing, and I kind of came back to it. I think when you met me and I was working at the Brass Top, that was fun. I loved it there, and that took up a lot of my time. So I think modeling, acting, things like that were just kind of on the back burner. But with COVID, unfortunately, a lot of businesses didn't survive, and that was one of them. So that kind of took me back into the direction of modeling and acting, because I can kind of control, when I things and, castings and whatnot. A lot of them are virtual now, so it's very convenient. I guess I'm going a little bit heavier now into the acting than I used to. I've done, commercials and little things, small roles in the past. I have a few things coming out soon. 2022. So I don't want to talk too much about them, but there's a few things and they're kind of exciting. And
go ahead. Go ahead. We have. Go ahead. This space is open for you, because we're not. I may be the host, but we want you to talk about all of your achievements. Not only when we were in Dayland, but also talk of your achievements of modeling and acting, because right now we need more actors, actresses, and models, because you are essential. All artists, models, and everything is essential. We need that because we need peace and tranquility. And your photos and your shoots and everything have projected that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I try to be a peaceful person and spread kindness, and like at least when I'm posting all my pictures and modeling and things like that, I definitely don't take like that cocky approach, that kind of attitude, which I see a lot of. And more power to people. Confidence is an amazing thing. It's beautiful. But yeah, I definitely try to be a little bit nicer and humble. And I have been modeling, I guess, a lot lately. I've gotten a lot of shoots, both with personal photographers and working on their portfolios and magazines, different things for exposure, and just random things, a couple of clothing lines. Honestly, the opportunities, there's a lot of them out there right now. I feel like the industry is really opening up, especially here in Miami. And we just got over Miami Swim Week, which is always fun. That's like, there's New York Fashion Week, we have Miami Swim Week. So it's always a good time. I've been doing, as you can see, a lot of swimsuit shoots lately.
Yeah.
It's fun.
And they're great, because not only are we seeing models, especially great models like you, but we're also showing everybody, the world, Miami, Florida, how we are at the present time. You correct me if I make an error. Feel free to correct me if I'm in an error. You were associated with Miss Health and Fitness. How was that, and what is Miss Health and Fitness?
Yeah, that was fun. Fitness is a huge passion of mine. It's always been a part of my life. I've always played a sport, done something physically active. Right now I'm just kind of a gym junkie. I love my high intensity interval training. So the Miss Health and Fitness was a competition. I didn't win, but I came down to the final, so it ended up being more of a popularity contest. So I did really well, and I'm really grateful and thankful for everybody that voted for me and did the extra votes, where they actually paid for extra votes, which was a charitable contribution to the Wounded Warriors. So it was for a good cause, and it was a good thing, and I'm looking forward to doing something similar to that in the near future. So I like to stay in shape. I love to live a healthy lifestyle. I think that no matter what profession you do, whether you're in front of the camera or not, I think that feeling good is just as important as looking good. If you feel good, then you glow, and just everything else in life gels. So I definitely try to live a healthy lifestyle, and it's definitely not for show. It's all day, every day, for real. I eat some strange things, and I enjoy it.
Never say that you eat strange things. There's nothing wrong with being a gym junkie or being healthy, nor eating strange things. Many times we have to eat foods. Many people may say, oh, such foods or such things are strange. No, these are things that maintain our health. And in addition, exercise and going to gyms. If you can't go to a gym, the least a person could do is exercise on the beach, even in home when there was the quarantine and everything. You could exercise at home. It's like what Ringo Starr once said in Yellow Submarine. It's all in the mind. When a person wants to exercise and become healthy, he or she chooses that lifestyle and practices it, eats what is right, does the exercise of what is right, and even follows rigid diets in order to practice. You don't have to be a sports person or anything. Just be an individual who needs to have that good health. And you're also an example of great health. We all are. Well, because I'm also doing my exercises by bowling and also running around in the park.
Nice. Yeah, that's actually why I am a big advocate of sports, because I know a lot of people lack the motivation. It's easy to say I want to work out, but it's harder to actually get up and do it. And if you join a team, whatever that may be, it could be an adult, kickball, whatever it is, you bowl.
I bowl.
Or it could be organized sport on any level. Having that team effort, it gives you an extra push, and it's a really healthy way to get that, exercise in without it feeling like you actually are working out. So I actually think sports are a great thing. I'm a huge advocate of it.
Yeah, but same here. I do a lot of bowling. Every day I go to Bird Bowl, and I enjoy. I so enjoy that I even publish my own results on Instagram, not to look good, but just to say I'm practicing, because one has to practice. If you don't practice, the muscles atrophy and the whole bit. And we can't have that. We have to really be very, very healthy, eat healthy foods, and enjoy a positive lifestyle, and also enjoy sports. And even at times, even when I'm not doing sports, I watch sports. So when it's not U.S. soccer, I'm like watching basketball, because I once played basketball a long time ago. Football, like the NFL, although there's going to be another league coming soon, and even baseball. Which leads me to another question. Before I get to the next question, one of the biggest proponents of exercise, Jack LaLanne, started us on this road to exercise. Without him, we would not have had these ideas of exercise, nor would we have these programs of people doing exercise like Karen Bellis, who I know. She's from Puerto Rico. She's like the Puerto Rican version of Jack LaLanne. Next question. I saw your YouTube monologues, and I am very impressed with the YouTube monologues.
Thank you.
You did one? Let me make sure that I got it right. One was called The Promise of You, and it was in 2 parts.
Yes.
And the other one was the bargaining monologue. Could you explain to me the YouTube monologues? And are you planning any more YouTube monologues?
Sure. Actually, YouTube was never really a route I was planning to take, but maybe I will consider it, yeah. That happened, ironically, that was a casting for an acting role, and I was transferring my monologues, and I was trying to find the best file way to do it or whatever. And I did it through YouTube, but I didn't leave myself anonymous. I kept my name on it. I felt like, why delete it? These are my monologues, and this is a prime example of, my acting abilities, so I can probably use this again as well. Those were random monologues that I just kind of put my take on and, my spin on. And I feel like they were a little more on the serious side, it's a song. But hopefully you got an idea of my expression and my range of, how I can take kind of a serious role and put my emotion into it. That's what they were, so.
Yeah, but Crystal, I saw them. You might have thought of them like maybe something for a play or maybe for an acting job. I looked at it as something much more. I actually felt, when you were doing the monologues, I felt them. And
oh, that's great.
I felt them. And many times in monologues, you should add more monologues to your YouTube. You should add more, because you really do really great on monologues.
Great.
There were times in America, a long time, that there were many actors and actresses that did monologues, and most of them had come out okay, and you're one of them. And even going much further. My parents being from Cuba, then before that from Galicia, the Basque country of Spain. In Cuba, there were many actors and actresses, long time ago. I'm talking about the 40s and the 50s, even the 30s, that did monologues and poetry recital to show off their talent. And many of them managed to get jobs and opportunities with these recitals and monologues. And others, even if they didn't get the jobs, they had managed to leave a legacy of such monologues as to show their talent. In Spain, in the 1940s, 50s, and 60s, most likely in the 1940s and the 1950s, I saw some of these monologues by film, and they were really, really, really great. One really great one was made in the 1950s by a Spanish reciter of poetry and flamenco singer called Miguel Herrero. He did a monologue called La Muerte de Manolete to commemorate the death of Manolete, one of the bullfighters of the 1940s and 1950s. And he did it with guitar. And it was really, really, really great. I have the record. And you are actually monologue material. I'm not joking.
Thank you.
All of you, you're an artist, a complete artist. And that's why we have you here. That's why we have you in the show, and that's why we're hoping. Not we're hoping. I'm declaring that after this, people are going to be looking to Crystal Rodriguez for their magazines, for recitals, maybe even acting. Who knows? We might be seeing you on the big TV screen?
Actually, hopefully you will soon, very soon. I will be posting something about it.
So,
So I've had really interesting roles lately. They've been fun.
okay, would you, besides the YouTubes and and the Instagram, are there any other pages or web pages where people can see Crystal Rodriguez?
Nope, that's pretty much it. I use Instagram a lot, so yeah.
That's another reason why I was able to maintain contact with you. I also wanted to thank you for all of your support of some of the stuff that I've been publishing. And I also wanted to thank you for coming in on a short notice. Because for me, you're one of my favorite models and favorite actresses.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you.
Which means that I'm going to give you our gift for coming here.
I like gifts.
This is a caricature by Reynold de Cuba. U.S. laws say I have to reveal that I have a direct association with him. He's my first cousin, but that doesn't mean that I am using this symbol I'm giving away this symbol because it's a symbol of my blog. I'm doing it because he has really great talent. There was a time when in Cuba that he would do a lot of caricatures of kings, queens, dictators, the whole bit. You mentioned it, he did the caricatures. And he did one caricature of this humble servant. And I used it as my symbol for my blog. I could have had many other symbols. Many people have given me symbols from Russia, China, all over the world. And I chose this symbol. And I wanted to share it with you.
I love it.
The rest, the sky's the limit. I just wanted to thank you for coming to our interview, to our show, the AG News Show. And please, you're always going to you're always going to be welcome back.
Thank you so much for having me.
And of course, I'm going to be visiting your Instagram to make all of your likes of the photos.
Perfect. Thank you.
The rest is the rest. I'm going to be saying goodbye to all of my publics, and to wish all of my public the best. Yeah, I have people listening to me all over the world, Asia, the Middle East, Africa, not just Americas, all over. And they're asking Crystal Rodriguez. So we're giving you Crystal Rodriguez. So I'm going to be saying goodbye to them, and then I'm going to be saying goodbye to you separately. And this interview that we're having, which is live, I'm recording it right now on my Canon camera, and I'm going to convert it into MP4 with the hope, not with the hope, with the intention of publishing it in YouTube so that we could see more of YouTube. The rest is the rest. To all of my public, peace in, peace out, and peace everywhere. And as in the words of the famous Texas singer-songwriter, Laura Marie, be love. Because we need love in this world. We need a lot of it. And we need more people like Crystal Rodriguez who could spread the love.
I always say that hashtag spread love, spread kindness. For
now, my best wishes to all of you. I'm going to say goodbye to Crystal Rodriguez separately. Until the next time.